Scene script. Picture this. It's a busy Monday morning, and you're rushing to get ready for work. Now imagine you're just waking up from a peaceful slumber, stretched out on your warm, cozy bed, ensconced within the safety of your home. What's your first instinct? Probably to grumble about the alarm, right? But consider this. That very bed you're lying on is a privilege. There are millions around the world who yearn for such comfort but are denied it, forced to sleep on cold, hard ground without even a roof over their heads. You shuffle to the kitchen, bleary-eyed, to fix yourself a quick breakfast. The aroma of coffee brewing, the crunch of toast, simple pleasures, aren't they? Yet, they too are privileges. While we occasionally grumble about our limited breakfast options or the lack of our preferred brand of coffee, there are people out there for whom a single meal is a luxury, let alone a hearty breakfast. And then, there's your commute to work. Perhaps it involves a quick drive in your car, a ride on the subway, or a leisurely walk. Regardless, it's a privilege. Many individuals around the world travel for hours on foot, braving harsh weather conditions and rough terrain just to earn their daily bread. These daily activities, that seem so mundane and ordinary to us, are unseen privileges. We take them for granted, not realizing that they are luxuries for many. This doesn't mean we should feel guilty about our privileges. Rather, it's about developing an awareness, a sense of gratitude for the things we often overlook. So, as you rush out the door, remember that even the most ordinary parts of your day are a luxury to someone. This awareness can help us to appreciate what we have, to be more empathetic towards those who don't share these privileges, and ultimately, to make the world a more understanding place. Now let's pause for a moment and think about something as simple as breathing. Yes, breathing. That automatic inhale and exhale that keeps us alive each day. Have you ever considered how miraculous this process truly is? Each breath in brings life-giving oxygen, each breath out expels waste from our bodies. Yet how often do we stop to appreciate this vital function? It's only when we struggle to catch our breath that we realize how precious each one truly is. This brings us to the broader topic of health, something we often overlook until it's compromised. Health is not just the absence of disease, it's the state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. It's the foundation on which we build our lives, the springboard that allows us to reach our potential. Just like breathing, we often take for granted the simple things our bodies do for us each day. Consider your sight, for instance. How often do you marvel at the colors of a sunset, the intricate details of a flower, or the smile of a loved one? Our eyes are our windows to the world, capturing every moment in vivid detail. But do we truly appreciate this gift until our vision starts to blur or fade? Or think about your mobility, the ability to move freely, to walk, to run, to dance, to climb. Our bodies are designed for movement, each muscle and joint working in harmony to propel us forward, yet we rarely think about this until our movements are restricted, until every step becomes a challenge. These basic functions of our bodies, these ignored essentials, are the very things that make our existence meaningful. They allow us to experience the world, to interact with others, to enjoy life in all its richness. So, let's not wait until our health is compromised to appreciate these gifts. Let's cherish our bodies, nourish them, respect them, and give them the care they deserve. After all, good health is a privilege, not a guarantee. Remember, health is a crown that the healthy wear, but only the sick can see it. So let's make sure we can see and appreciate our own crowns while we still have the chance. Remember the last time you Googled something? This seemingly simple action is a testament to the luxury of learning, a privilege that we often take for granted. Each day, we are surrounded by a treasure trove of knowledge, accessible at our fingertips, in the form of books, the internet, and educational institutions. However, not everyone is so fortunate. Imagine living in a remote village, where the nearest school is miles away, and the journey there is fraught with danger. Or consider the plight of a child in a war-torn country, where schools have been reduced to rubble, and education is a distant dream. For these individuals, learning is not a given, but a luxury they can't afford. In less developed countries, the story is even more poignant. The lack of infrastructure, resources, and qualified teachers, coupled with the pressing need for survival, often pushes education to the sidelines. For many, the concept of surfing the internet or flipping through a book is as alien as walking on the moon. And then there are those who live in societies where access to education or information is limited or censored. Their thirst for knowledge remains unquenched, their potential untapped, their dreams unfulfilled. Yet, despite these odds, there are stories of resilience and tenacity. Stories of individuals who, despite their circumstances, strive to learn, to grow, to break free from the chains of ignorance. These stories are a stark reminder of the power of education and the importance of access to information. So the next time you find yourself engrossed in a book or scrolling through an informative article online, take a moment to appreciate the privilege. The privilege of having information at your disposal, the privilege of being able to learn and grow, the privilege of education. We live in an era where information is power, and education is the key that unlocks that power. But it's also a luxury that is beyond the reach of many. As we bask in the privilege of learning, let's not forget those who are denied this basic right. Next time you learn something new, remember not everyone has that opportunity. When was the last time you said "I love you" to your loved ones? We often forget the significance of these three simple words and the power they hold. Just as a plant needs sunlight to thrive, humans need social interaction to grow and flourish. We are inherently social creatures, hardwired for connection. Our relationships with others are not just nice to have, they are a necessity, a gift that we sometimes fail to appreciate. Consider those who are isolated or lonely, the elderly neighbor who lives alone, the teenager who feels misunderstood, the new mother navigating the unfamiliar world of parenthood. Loneliness can lead to an array of mental health issues from depression to anxiety, and can even have physical consequences. On the other hand, positive social interactions can have a profound impact on our overall well-being. A kind word from a friend, a hug from a family member, or a shared laugh with a colleague. These moments can uplift our spirits, make us feel valued, and remind us that we are not alone in our journey. Moreover, our relationships extend beyond our immediate social circle. They are also about our connection with the wider community. Volunteering at a local charity, participating in a community project, or simply offering a helping hand to a stranger in need. These actions foster a sense of belonging and purpose, enriching our lives and those around us. So, let's not take our relationships for granted. Let's make an effort to nurture them, to express our love and appreciation more often. After all, our relationships are like gardens. The more we tend to them, the more beautiful and bountiful they become. And remember, it's not just about having people in your life, but about having people who truly care for you. It's about shared experiences, mutual respect, and unwavering support. It's about love in all its forms. So don't forget to tell your loved ones how much they mean to you. It's a privilege to have people who care for you. Consider this. Every day, you get to make choices. Choices about what to eat for breakfast, which shirt to wear, or what movie to watch on a lazy Sunday afternoon. These everyday decisions might seem trivial, but they represent something far greater. The power of choice. The power of choice is an unseen privilege we often take for granted. It's an integral part of our daily lives, shaping our experiences, our perspectives, and ultimately, our destinies. Every choice, no matter how small, is a step towards carving out our unique paths in this vast tapestry of existence. Imagine for a moment, living in a world where your choices are limited or dictated by others. There are many people, even today, living under oppressive regimes, where the freedom to choose is a distant dream. Their choices, from what they can say, to what they can learn, to whom they can associate with, are severely restricted. And yet, amidst the constraints, they persist, they resist, and they dream of a day when they too can exercise the power of choice. There are also individuals who, due to circumstances beyond their control, find their choices limited. They might be battling illness, or living in poverty, or grappling with other hardships. For them, the power of choice is not about deciding what to eat for breakfast, but about making tough decisions, often between survival and despair. Yet in these challenging situations, we often see the human spirit shining through. People find ways to exert their power of choice, to make decisions that affirm their humanity, their dignity, and their aspirations. They choose hope over despair, courage over fear, and love over hate. So, each time you make a decision, remember that having a choice is a privilege itself. It's a testament to the freedom and agency you possess. It's a reminder of the power you hold to shape your life and the world around you. Cherish this power, use it wisely, and remember those who are still fighting for their right to choose.